So thank you everyone for joining us. I'd like to introduce you to a special guest all the way from Bahrain that's going to bring some on a fairly cloudy autumnal day here in the UK, certainly where I am. I'd like to introduce you to a special guest. It's Sally Sedki from the Bahrain Tourism and Exhibition Authority. And Sally is the Chief International Marketing Officer. And she is going to tell us all about this absolutely wonderful little gem of an island. And that's a little intro there for you. So, Sally, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Nigel, for the introduction.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for joining us.
I mean, it's lovely to be here, and thank you all for joining. It's a pleasure to introduce Bahrain to you all, even though some of you may already have an idea about it, or some visited like 25 years ago. But I'll just give you a brief of how it changed and all the different experiences and activities that you can do when you come to Bahrain. So I'll start. Bahrain, we have our slogan as an island limitless. That's because we are the only island nation in the Middle East, and we have limitless things and activities to do in Bahrain.
Yeah, sounds good.
It is most probably because it's not everyone is well aware of Bahrain as a tourist destination. So we always say it's the hidden gem of the Gulf. It's not yet discovered, but yet it's a very unique island where you can experience different kind of activities and various kinds of tourist attractions. It's very cosmopolitan, very welcoming. We have a vibrant lifestyle, a very wide nightlife scene. Our sun is all year round, so you can come and enjoy a lovely winter sun holiday. And our visa is also very easy. You can apply for it online or on arrival. However, we always tend to ask people to apply for it online just to be sure that everything is smooth. However, on arrival is also very smooth and easy as well. It's just in case to avoid any queues or anything. And of course, we have direct flights with Gulf Air, Manchester, London, and Gatwick as well.
So just to clarify, Sally, what you were saying, whilst you can do the visa upon arrival, it's best and more beneficial to do the visa online before you arrive, because that will avoid some queues at the airport.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great advice. Thank you.
So we are a small island. However, we have a very rich history. We go back to 4,000 years ago with the Dilmun civilization. Dilmun civilization was a civilization that went from India to the Mesopotamia, and Bahrain, or Bahrain Fort specifically, was the capital of the civilization. And because of that, we were one of the main trade hubs of the region. We have a lovely sea heritage because we're an island that we are very proud of. And with that, we get a lot of experiences that we can enjoy today, like the pearl diving, for example. And I'll talk to you about later about the Pearling Path, which gives you the story of the Pearling Path and the sea heritage in Bahrain. As I said before, it is the only island nation in the Middle East. So you get to have many islands. We are about 84 islands between natural and man-made. And we have, of course, several beachfront venues, water sport activities, different islands that you can enjoy the beach on.
Did you, sorry, Sam, did you say you have 84 islands?
Yeah, so yeah, it is.
Wow.
So there are 33 natural islands, and then the
Okay.
rest are man-made.
Wow, I didn't know that. Look at that. Every day's a school day, even looking at it on the map and doing my research. That's amazing. Wow,
However,
thank you.
our total size is like 760 square kilometers, so we are a very small island, but
Right.
they're different things. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So going to the accommodation, we have different kinds of accommodation for every traveler. We do have the island retreats, like for example, Hawa Island, which is a 30-minute boat ride from the mainland. It is a natural wildlife preserved island. And we have a newly opened resort there, which opened January, earlier this year. That is lovely. It's like it has the water style villas where you can enjoy, the serenity kind of retreat, but they still also have several activities and experiences like horse or camel riding, handicrafts in the resort itself. So if you want to take a few days off, you can still enjoy this lovely island in that resort.
That looking at that picture on that bottom left, Sally, sorry, going back, that picture,
Yeah.
sorry, bottom right, that picture, I mean, those units look absolutely stunning. And I think, maybe some of us are used to seeing these amazing pictures of, various islands in the Indian Ocean and things like that and over water, but that looks just of the equal at least, if not better. Those look stunning.
It's a lovely resort, and I don't know if you know this information, but Bahrain is the home. It's the home of the second largest, um, the second largest country where it's the home for the dugongs. Do you know the dugongs, the sea cows?
Oh
So
no, wow, no.
I think number one is Australia, and then Bahrain is the second, and mainly they are around Hua Island.
Wow, okay.
But they're very shy animals. You may be lucky to find some.
Sounds good. I'll have to get my snorkel kit out.
Yeah. And then we have, of course, many hotels that offer royal-style villas, like the Ritz-Carlton, Al Arabian. Some hotels as well have some villas. You can enjoy Arabian hospitality with luxury experience. So it's basically there's something for everyone, whether you like luxury or to be in the middle of the city, like, for example, the Four Seasons. It's a lovely resort in a secluded island by itself. We have the Address of Vida on the north of the island, but as well next to it there are many lively whether shopping malls, markets. So it's like enjoying a bit of luxury, but at the same time you can have the city life.
It looks stunning.
Now, coming to food and culinary, Bahrain has a very wide range of restaurants and cuisines. Basically, any cuisine you can think of, you can find it in Bahrain in different categories, whether high-end or local. Even if you want to try some local cuisines in traditional alleyways, you'll find that. And of course, like whenever you travel, food is very important. So,
Of course.
I mean, in Bahrain, really, food is you can really enjoy it. It's very good, and you can find whatever you wish for. And then we have experiences. So along with Bahrain being an island limitless, we do as well promote it. We have another slogan where we say pack for everything when you come to Bahrain, because there are several experiences that you can enjoy, whether it was history and culture, different experiences, adrenaline rush, activities. So talking about the history, as I mentioned before, that we have a history of 4,000 years ago. And with that, we have 3 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The first to be enlisted was the Bahrain Fort site, which, as I said, was the capital of the Dilmun civilization. It's a lovely walkway on the beach, and it has a lovely cafe next to it. And we do also have a horse riding experience that you can do along the coastal walk of the fort. Then our second world site is the Pearling Path. As I said, we are very proud of our sea heritage. And Pearling Path is a UNESCO site. It's a 3-kilometer pathway that tells you the story of the sea heritage and the pearling industry in Bahrain through different small houses that were renovated to give you the story of the pearling industry, whether from the merchant house, the diver's house, the doctor's house, and each one tells the story and the role of each one in the boat or anyone related to the pearling industry. And then our last UNESCO site listed was the Dilmun burial mounds. People a long time ago used to believe that Bahrain was the land of eternity because of the pearls. We are very well known for our pearls. They are very unique because I'll just give you a bit of extra information in the middle. The word Bahrain in Arabic means 2 seas.
Okay.
So, and that's because we have spring water bursting in the seabeds, and that's why our pearls are very unique because they are cultivated in spring and sweet water. And because we are very well known for our pearls, people used to believe that the pearl is the flower of eternity. So they used to come to Bahrain, get buried with having the pearls next to them because they believe of the afterlife and the resurrection. So we have like a vast area with more than 11,000 burial mounds.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and it's a UNESCO site as well now. Of
Wow.
course,
That's
other
a
than
lovely
history,
story.
yeah. Other than history, we have different landmarks. Like we have the Iraq Art Foundation. The Bahrain is also very well known of arts, and we have many Bahraini local artists. The Iraq Foundation is a place where you can find contemporary art blended with traditional handicrafts and traditional tastes. Of course, we as well have the Al Fatah Grand Mosque. It's one of the largest in Bahrain. It is very unique in its architecture, and even the pieces inside, every piece is from a different country. And we have other several, like the Manama Souk, for example, where you can find the souvenirs, and it's the home of the gold market and pearl market as well. It is at the Manama Souk. And the building itself is a landmark. The gateway to the market to the souk is a landmark by itself. Now,
And Sally, sorry
yeah,
to interrupt. Just before you go,
no
going back
worries.
to the mosque,
Yeah.
presumably then the mosque is open to the public as an attraction that they can go and visit,
Yes.
presumably.
Yes, and they do have private tours. You can either use guides from the mosque themselves, or you can
Okay.
use the general guides throughout the tour, and then they will take you through the mosque as well.
Okay. And typically, how long would a tour of something like that do? I'd imagine it would be fascinating.
It really depends. So if you
Okay.
have time, the guide will take their time in telling the story of everything that you can do it, whether in the mosque, of every piece, where it has come from and why. But it really depends. I don't think it would take more than an hour.
Okay.
But if you want it shorter, the guide will just adapt themselves on it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I would definitely to me, if you're visiting, a country with such, wonderful culture and things like that, to me, it makes no sense to do a short tour. If you're going
Yes,
to do it properly, find out the full history, take a
exactly.
full hour's tour of, the
Yeah.
mosque and all these other wonderful, attractions.
Yeah, and it's all about the stories, Nigel, to just, try to get to feel the place more. It's when you get to
Completely.
include
Yeah.
in the stories, yeah.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, I mean, your story just about the pearls and eternity and stuff like that. It's an incredibly
Yeah.
charming story, and that's that I'll remember. And I think the fact that Bahrain meaning two seas, that's a fantastic trivia question if you
Yes.
have a trivia quiz night or something. But no, the story about the pearls and the life eternity and things that that was a lovely story. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. So here, talking about the pearling path, we said we always like to have experiences rather than just attractions. So we do have the
Sure.
pearl diving or pearl snorkeling experience, where you can get to pick up to 60 oysters, and then whatever pearl you find, it's yours. And then we have an institute called Denat, where they can authenticate the pearl for you and give you a certificate with the value. And I think that's like the best
Wow.
souvenir you can get out of the country.
Yeah, I'd
And you
say.
find pearl. Like I did it several times, and I always find some. So
Oh, really? Excellent.
different sizes, but you find something. We of course have our local handicrafts in different places. So there are different craft center, like Al Jasra Handicraft Center, where there are different types of handicrafts uh, uh, presented there. And there's also separate houses. And so there's the basket weaving house that is next to the Bahrain fort, where you can like the whole house is typically about basket weaving, and you can enjoy doing the weaving yourself as well with them. We also have several experiences. There is the horse riding. As I mentioned, there's one next to Bahrain Port where you can enjoy a lovely coastal ride. There are other stables where you can take the horses in like a kind of a forest. So there are different types of locations where you can do horse riding. And at the Bahrain International Circuit, other than the tour that you do in the circuit, we also have the international karting circuit and the 4x4 experience. For skydiving, we have an indoor skydiving, and I think it's the longest tunnel where you can enjoy indoor skydiving. And we have a Royal Golf Club, It's an international standard golf club. And talking about the events, of course, we have Formula One, which has been in Bahrain since 2004. And we say it's the home of motorsport because it was the first in the Middle East. And our next race is April 2026. And we try to push to get always more international visitors from that. Every time it gets sold out, the circuit always think of different ways to cater to different types of visitors. So 2 years ago, they did like a category, they call it Aldana, which is not in the BIC itself. It is not in the circuit itself, but close to it, and Aldana Amphitheater, which is very close by. And it's a rooftop experience where you can see the full race from above, and you can enjoy lovely entertainment and food all day long. It's a lovely experience. So there are different categories for different people to enjoy different ways.
Yeah, and I think sorry, I was just going to go back to the couple of questions. So you know, if folks have got customers that want to come to the Grand Prix, how far in advance typically should they be looking to plan this and book this and try and, you know, access hotel rooms and tickets?
I think early enough, because hotels get more expensive, of course, the closer the date it is, and the tickets get sold out.
Sure.
So I would say, because the circuit already announced the race for next year, for April.
Right.
So I think they're early enough. I mean, not after Feb maximum, like 2 months before, but other than that, it would be like last minute.
Right. So ideally, really, you should be looking at it right now, if not, you know, if not soon. Okay.
Yeah. And
you know,
usually the circuit.
Sorry, go on.
Sorry. The circuit usually give better rates earlier.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that would make sense. Yeah, one of the we were talking earlier on, one of the reasons why I'm a bit jealous is my boss Sarah was lucky enough to join you guys in Bahrain for the Grand Prix earlier this year, and you know, for her, that she was sort of blown away on two different levels. First, the experience of the Grand Prix and everything surrounding it and what you did, you know, the experience. It was just more than a race, you know. I mean, apologies for earlier on, I called some of your experiences an attraction, but for her this was an experience. It wasn't just a race. And then she was also you know, blown away by your country as well. You know, she'd never you know, she had I don't know if she had any preconceptions, but she didn't know what to expect. But she still is talking about it now. You know,
as I said, Nigel, it's a hidden gem. So she didn't have any expectations, but when she tried it, then it's something that she could keep in her memory forever.
Yeah, and you know what, I think that phrase, a hidden gem, can sometimes be overused a little bit, but I think in this instance, I think it's, you know, 100% accurate in this, you know.
Yeah. It's hidden only for a bit of time, but then it will be very well.
Well, that's why we're here today.
We won't use the hidden gem for so long.
Absolutely. That's why we're here today, to make it less hidden, but it will still be a gem. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry.
Yeah. So then we also have different horse racing and equestrian activities that and competitions that are happening all year long, like 2 or 3 times a year. And we do have as well the DP World Tour, which is the international golfing competition. It usually happens every year in the first quarter, usually in January. Okay. And we as well have Beyond Amphitheater. It's been there for 2 to 3 years for now, and it hosts different activities, events, concerts, comedy shows. I mean, we have the upcoming ones in December. There is Metallica, and January there's Linkin Park. So we do host various international artists as well.
Yeah.
I'll skip celebrate. I'll just talk about Royal Bahrain Concourse. It's our first time to do this event, and it's happening next week, actually, the 7th of November. It's a very high-end event for classic car owners. And they always say, if you come to the Royal Concourse, you'll see cars that you've never seen in your life before. So I think this is something that they are planning to do as well every year. So it would be an event one of a kind. We do as well have Celebrate Bahrain season. So I kept the best for the last. Celebrate Bahrain is one of our main festivals that is happening in Bahrain. Everything is lit up. It's not just the New Year's celebration and the fireworks, but the whole month is full of activities, events, and festivals, whether with concerts, even places like the Pearling Path, places like the port. They are you all have a lovely feeling of the place itself. The Pearling Path turns into an event called Layali al-Muharrak, which is like Muharrak Nights. Muharrak is the island where the Pearling Path is. I'm sorry, just give me. I'll just try to make them quite.
That theatre, whilst we're waiting for that, I was going to say that theatre looks amazing, that amphitheatre. And I'm just reading down lower here. Uh, I know she mentioned Metallica and Linkin Park. That's um, a bit sort of hard rock for me, but I've just noticed she's had Ed Sheeran. They've had Ed Sheeran and Bruno Mars as well. Um,
I'm sorry, everyone. Yeah. Yes, we did have
no
Ed
problem
Sheeran
at
and Bruno
all.
Mars. They were lovely concerts. I went to them.
Yeah, I
Ed
was just
Sheeran was
saying you
lovely,
mentioned sort
honestly.
of Metallica and Linkin Park, but yeah, Ed Sheeran,
Yeah,
Bruno Mars. Yeah, that's quite the picture of the amphitheater. I know it's a bit small, but it looks amazing. What's the
yeah.
capacity?
10,000.
Wow. Wow, that's some amphitheater.
Yeah. So yes, I was just talking about Celebrate Bahrain and how everything is lit, and it's a lovely event that we usually try to attract more traffic to because it's really December is really a lovely time of the year where people can enjoy Bahrain in a very nice, vibrant environment.
Sounds lovely.
Then I'll take you through a video just so that you can get to see more about Bahrain.
There another. I think there was another slide at the end. Does anybody, Sally, was there anything more you wanted to mention to us?
That's it from my end, and hopefully that gave you a brief of what Bahrain looks like as a tourist destination. And please, if you have any questions or anything, please feel free to ask.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Let me just focus on what you've got on your slide here, which I love this. Bahrain is not just a destination, it's a luxury narrative waiting to be written with your clientele. Together, let's offer experiences that go beyond itineraries, creating personal, authentic stories of Arabian elegance. I love that. Bahrain is not just a destination, it's a luxury narrative. We've got some questions in here, actually. Let's have a look from Greg, I think. Let's have a look. I was going to ask if anybody had some questions. So Greg, welcome, Greg. I know you're one of our regulars. What are prices like in Bahrain for eating out, etc., compared to maybe, people obviously, aware of, maybe some of the prices in some of the other, in some, UAE destinations.
Yeah.
So Greg's asking, what are the prices like for eating out?
So in Bahrain, prices range. You get different categories, whether you want the very high end or you want to try a local cuisine or the middle range restaurants. You'll find different types of restaurants. But however, even our high end restaurants, they are you get a much valuable prices than other neighboring countries in the region.
Okay. And so, I mean, presumably there, like, have you got sort of like, the souks where you can also get some street food and, things like that and what have you, and that type of scenario as well? We
do have a lovely walking food tour in the souk, which is like taking nibbles of different street foods along your way. So it's a very nice tour as well.
Yeah, that sounds like my kind of walking tour, walking and eating.
Yeah.
We've got some comments here from Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl, long time no see. So Cheryl's put here, thank you, very interesting. Sarah's put, thank you so much, very interesting and informative. And then we've got Michael with another question. What would you say is your best reason to tell us for living in Bahrain? I'm not sure what you mean with that one, Michael. Do you want to clarify? You mean for visiting Bahrain or living in Bahrain? Are you looking to expatriate to Bahrain or something? I'm not sure.
I have to say, all expatriates in Bahrain, they always say Bahrain is home, and they always want to come back whenever they leave. So, I mean, that's about living, but I mean, visiting. I would say it's a lovely island if you want to have a getaway where you can enjoy different experiences, not just the island life, but as well different activities, whether cultural, historical, or some adrenaline rush activities. So it's a small island where it's very accessible to reach. Everything you can do like in 3-4 nights, and you'll have a lovely experience.
Yeah, so he's gone on to clarify in terms of he's put yes for both living and for tourists. And just going on the tourist one, I'm just going to sort of recount something that Sarah, my boss, who said that she's been, and the one thing that she just said, I think there's, obviously, we're used to the Bahrains and Abu Dhabis and even the Qatars and what have you. And the one thing she said, it was just, well, first of all, less crowded, first and foremost. And the experiences were easily of the equal of the other countries that she has visited to, and then just the warmth and the welcome of the people. She just couldn't get enough of that, and she was hugely and pleasantly surprised, and she still talks about that, and I'm still jealous that she's been and I haven't. So she's
our ambassador now.
You're going to be even more jealous than Nigel, because I'm going too.
No, I know. So's Karina. So's Karina. So yeah.
So's Karina. So's Kevin.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to be a green-eyed monster.
Yeah. It looks. I loved it when I was there 25 years ago. I was there 3 times, each time for about 7 to 10 days. And just from what you've read in the video you've shown, yes, it's changed hugely. I can't wait to visit again and see how much it's changed.
I think it'll be a very lovely experience for you, especially because you would see the difference and you have some kind of connection maybe from your previous travels. So we're looking forward to have you.
Yeah. Looking forward to meeting you.
Yes, of course.
Excellent. Any more questions from anybody? Thank you for the questions, Michael and Greg, and thank you for the comments. Greg's put great presentation. It looks amazing. I absolutely agree. It does absolutely look amazing. So yeah, it's making me even more jealous that Ange and Karina are going
Maybe you
going
can
next
come.
month.
You'll enjoy
Yeah,
all
well,
these
do you know
experiences
what?
yourselves.
Yeah, well, my mum always used to say, "Good things come to those who wait," and
Yeah.
I'll wait, and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure
You
I'll
keep the
have
best
my
for the last, though, Julia.
Sally, you could come again. Yeah. Flattery will get you everywhere. Excellent. Anyway, any more questions from anybody before we go? No, I think that looks like it, but no, we've had some really nice feedback. Sally, thank you so much for joining us and
Thank you very much.
telling us about your absolutely, wonderful and genuine hidden gem.
Yep.
But like we say, our aim is to make it slightly less hidden. And we'll get our agents sending customers over to see your wonderful island. And actually, one last quick question: I noticed there's a road linking the island to the Saudi mainland? Is that right?
Yes, we do. So we're an island, and we're only connected by land to Saudi Arabia through 25 kilometers causeway.
Wow! Right.
Which is like from the center of Bahrain, you would reach the eastern province in like half an hour.
Wow, okay, I didn't realize it was that quick. Well,
It's
it
very
looks
close.
amazing. And I love the fact that that Bahrain means two seas, and your logo, as I'd mentioned earlier on, that's actually the Arabic is in the B.
Yeah.
That means Bahrain as well. So thank you, Sally, for joining us and taking time out of your busy day. Thank you to all of our agents and also our sales team who have taken out time out of their busy day to join us today. It's been a fascinating presentation. It's really been a wonderful insight to your lovely island, Sally. So thank you. And
Thank you very
thank
much.
you, everybody.
It's my pleasure.
You're welcome, Graham. Graham's put thank you to everybody. Another regular. Thanks for joining us, Graham. And thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. And Sally, look forward to seeing you next week at World Travel Market.
Yes, looking forward. Thank
All
you
right.
all very much.
Take care. Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone. Take
Thanks,
care.
Sally.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.